Oh my god. Alright guys, round two. Apparently I don't think one dish is enough because my roommate's coming back and I have to make some other stuff too. As you can see, I'm out of battery, so there's a leash. So we'll make tofu, which is extremely easy if you know what you're doing. And I don't know what I'm doing, but it's already easy. We'll use the last one of these onions. I swear I have more. Let's find some. Is there some here? No. No. Are you with a carrot? Who are you colluding with? Well, I guess that's it, man. Alright, GG, well played. We have no more. I don't believe we have no more. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I knew we have more. Alright, perfect. So tofu, this one, soft tofu, okay? 鲜嫩豆腐, pretty good. This is onion. This is shaozi. There's no translation for it. I'll do a tutorial how to make them later. So for tofu, ideally I want garlic, but I don't have garlic. I do have onion, so it will do. I'll just, this thing is enormous. I'll use about this much. Shit, that may be too much. Now I have to keep it safe. Oh, this is good onion. Look how the juice. Nice. What the shit? Why are you so fucking huge? Fuck. Alright, this is suboptimal. I'm gonna do it later. I wanna keep the time budget. Onion, so we'll just be very fast, okay? We don't have much time. Put oil in pan. This is not too much for tofu. Maybe a bit too much. Get rid of it. I'm not very precise. Put it on high. Okay. One thing I learned with a bit of Western cooking is you can caramelize onion, which is like a really cool concept, right? Because how could you turn something spicy into something sweet? It's like fucking magic. The thing about onion, you don't need to wash it. It's clean on the inside, just like how we are pretty clean on the inside. Like if I, chop you open and look at your inside, if it's not the poopy part, I think it's pretty clean, right? Like, because it has all these immune system and everything, keep all the bacteria in check. So there's no need to wash the inside of a vegetable. It's always gonna be kind of clean. You gotta wash meat, right? Meat is like dead, so it's kind of have bacteria living on it. It's not very safe to eat. But vegetable, it's pretty much alive, right? Until you really try to eat it. So we'll put this onion inside. And just give it some salt. Not too much, just more for the reason of kind of the salt kills the water out of it, right? That's why we want a bit of salt, but we don't want the shit. It's like some skin in there. Sorry, my angle is really bad because, as you can see, I'm this leashing string right here. So we'll add this shaozi, which is like kind of like cooked like ground meat. You actually don't need to cook it first. Like if you have just straight up ground pork, or I wouldn't recommend ground beef because it's too strong of a flavor. I would go for ground pork or ground chicken or ground turkey. Just put them in like when they're raw and just try your best to separate them, right? Like make them go apart. Just kind of want to slowly heat them in the pan. No rush. Put these guys back. And while we wait for that, we can chop the tofu. This guy has gone over the hill, man. This thing's almost dead. We might want to get another fresh one. Tofu. Ooh, I hit my head. So, gonna cut, drain this water. Okay, we'll use 2. We'll just cut them in here. 1, 2, 1, 2. You hear the sizzling in the pot? Just let it cook. Be patient. Probably stir a bit. Looks pretty good. Put the tofu inside. Boom! Oh shit! Too much. I wanna save this guy. Alright. Danger averted. Alright, cool. I'll save him. Put it here. So tofu, maybe these pieces are too big. Make them a bit smaller. And just let it cook. So a lot of Chinese food actually are cooked with sugar and soy sauce, which we'll use. These soy sauce I got from a group meeting. All the leftover soy sauce. They come in little package, which is handy because I know how much I'm using. How much am I using? 10 milliliter. Doesn't say. Who cares? Like I said, Chinese cooking, no quantification. Everything is by a feeling. Just feel it. Put some soy sauce in there. Okay. So you want the right amount of moisture in there, so they kind of make this bloop 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 sound. If it makes this bloop 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 sound, you're pretty happy. You love that sound. Add some sugar. Sugar is very important to go with soy sauce. It's like the natural pairing. You want sugar is kind of how to think about it. It's kind of, it mellows stuff out. So if you have a really sharp flavor, you want to kind of suppress a little bit. You want to use some sugar. Okay, it's like the major chord in a song, right? It's like right, it's pretty. I like these pepper. I'll have some in there too, to make up for the lack of garlic, because I was hoping we'd have garlic for some pungent flavor. We don't have it, so we're gonna use more of these super spicy fresh pepper. Fresh pepper is kind of nice to use than dried pepper because they have this fresh aroma to it. Don't really need to chop them too finely. Just toss them in. I could have probably put oil to extract the flavor. It's okay. It'll still come out. Right? So just let it cook. Probably want to add a little bit of water. Just a tiny bit. And want to cover it. Is this the right size? Ah, fuck it. We're good. Let's see. We'll do the green onion. Same idea. Give it a nice rock, okay? I don't know how to describe it, the rocking idea of chopping vegetable. You just have to rock it. Rock your knife very slightly. Don't go like straight down, right? You want to go like at an angle slightly. a lot of food has this thickening starchy thing. It's called goqiao. I don't know how to translate that to English, but basically that means you want to thicken your sauce. I'm using tapioca powder starch. A really nice alternative is cornstarch. I'm sure you can find it. Don't put too much, otherwise it's gonna turn the whole thing into a goop. So what you want to do, this thing, if you ever add hot water to it, you are fucked because it's gonna turn into a jello. So you always use cold water. Okay. Same thing with cornstarch. And I'll probably take this off to reduce some moisture. So let's see, looks pretty good. And I'm not super confident with the flavor in the pot. So what I'll do, I'll taste it to see if it worked out. Pretty good. Pretty spicy, actually. Just a little bit of that pepper really spicing up. See the onion? It looks pretty awful in here. Like, it would be much better if it's garlic, but we don't have it, so we kind of have to substitute. So I think it's almost done. What we do, we will put the, why are you in the way? We'll put the green onion inside. Man, one important thing about Chinese food is 色香味. You want to make sure it actually looks good. So that doesn't look good. We're gonna add one more to make it look better, because it's like it look really murky, right? It's all these like goopy tapioca starch maybe when I'm gonna add it, right? So I want to make sure it has some nice color contrast so it shows up kind of pretty on the picture. So we're gonna add one more onion inside. When you cut onion or anything really, don't do this like in the end. Right, you could do that in the end, but that means you haven't done a good job the first time, right? So focus on getting it right the first time, so you don't have to do this like stuff in the end, because that's kind of like wiping your shit off because you didn't do it properly the first time. So just cut it really nice the first time so you don't have to like fix that second time around, because that's no good. Okay, looks about right. We will add the starch. Okay, this is important. You want to add it and stir it really fast, otherwise it's gonna coagulate like fresh blood. And yeah, want to separate them. Okay, good. Turn off heat. And I'm really glad I did dishes today. Okay, same idea. When you plate it, very slow. Very slow. All right, like that. Am I in focus? Probably not. I'll just move it up and down, so there will exist a point in which it's in focus by intermediate value theorem, and the moving of camera being a continuous function of some sort. I think it's good. All right, so this is how to make easy tofu. We can do mapo tofu later, but whatever, this is almost the same idea. All right, we have 2 dishes. All right, make dinner now. See you next time. Peace.